Good afternoon. So my video that I posted earlier this week has been shared and viewed like over 1,000 times. So thank you so much for your guys' support. I really appreciate it. But I have gotten quite a bit of emails and questions in regarding to purchasing a home. So the first step to finding out what you qualify for. And I have lenders out there that I work with on a regular basis. I have great working relationships with each of them, and each specific lender kind of works better with each specific kind of buyer based on your price range and your credit, etc. So when I start asking questions, the more I know, the better that I can help you reach your goal. And once your lender gives me the green light at that point, so that's why I kind of communicate with him through the process so that we're all on the same page, especially when I'm sitting down and writing that offer. So the monthly payment will vary. It depends on your down payment, the interest rate, and the taxes. And a lot of times buyers forget that they might have to adjust their search criteria based on price from area to area, because the higher the taxes, the higher your monthly payment is, because your taxes are paid in your monthly payment. Makes sense, right? So that's why it's important to get all of your ducks in a row before scheduling home tours. You might also want to discuss with the lender how much you'll need out of pocket. Your realtor representation is free. Did you know that? Yeah, there's no cost to my services, but you will have to have your inspection fee and your appraisal fee up front. And within 35 to 45 days, of course, you're going to need your down payment. So other than that, your other closing costs will negotiate in the purchase price for you. But we'll discuss that when we get ready to write the offer. So once we get that part taken care of, that's when we start looking at houses. And I have the golden list. So don't go browsing Zillow. I love that I actually have a love-hate relationship with that website. I love it and I hate it. Zillow, Trulia, they're not licensed brokers, so they kind of troll our licensed broker information or websites for information, but it's not really updated in real time. So there's a delay. Sometimes it's days or weeks behind. And the best way to get the most up-to-date information is from me. I have access to the MLS, and the more information that you give me on what you're looking for, the better that I can help you find your new home. So my first question was actually regarding foreclosures. As I've already mentioned, the bank will require an appraisal. They'll check for safety, sound, security, missing plumbing, broken windows. That stuff kind of won't fly. But you can't just go into the house and make your own repairs. And for one, you don't own the house. For two, the banks really frown upon that. Actually, I've had them canceled by contracts before. Plus, it's a huge risk for you. There's actually no guarantee until you sign those papers that loan is going to go through. So there's a potential that you're putting a lot of money if you're having to fix plumbing or furnaces on a house that you don't even own yet and maybe won't ever own. So foreclosures are easily picked out. A lot of times the biggest red flag is the price. If you're looking at a house online and they're only asking $55,000 and it's in a $100,000 neighborhood, well, there's a good chance there's a reason for that. But also the description remarks, they'll state either foreclosure or REO, which is real estate owned. And if you bring up the photos, you'll see that the sinks and the toilets, anywhere that there's a water source, it might have that bright orange sticker that says winterized. They stand out like a sore thumb. So if you have any questions or you're not sure, feel free to call me. It's my job to know. I also had a question about interest rates, and really that is a question for the lender. I'm specified to sell real estate. That's my specialty there, but it depends on what kind of loan you have, what your down payment is, what your credit score is, and plus it changes from day to day like the stock market. But they are historically low. That I can confidently say. I think also I read somewhere or I've heard somewhere, other people have asked and said that there's expecting a rise in interest rates. I haven't seen it yet. It's still pretty low. So I don't have a crystal ball, but they're low. I've also had some questions about down payment. Right now, I have a lot of buyers using FHA loans. FHA has like the minimum down payment of 3.5%. So on $100,000, for instance, your down payment will only be $3,500. So if you happen to be on Zillow or my emails, or you're looking at houses, use your calculator on your phone. Type in the purchase amount and then times 0.035, and that'll give you your down payment. I even have a friend of mine, who has a 0% down loan for those who qualify. So if you're looking for more information on that loan as well, I will definitely hook you up. I had some questions about inspections versus appraisals. I think specifically was, why do I have to have a home inspection if the bank is sending somebody out? But here's the deal. The appraisal is very broad. They're literally going to just browse the house, safety, sound, security. Do you have a stove? Do you have heat? Do you have running water? Do you have a roof over your head and all of the windows open and closed? But the home inspector, he's going to go into every nook and cranny, crawl space, attic, you name it. He'll look at the age of the roof, the age of the furnace. He's going to check out the electrical. He'll check out the appliances to make sure they all work. I mean, he's literally giving you a roadmap of prioritizing repair. So you're basically going to find out what you're getting before you even move in. So those are so far some of the specific questions that I've had. I hope that it helps everybody. And if there's any other questions that I can answer, please feel free to give me a call, text, or email. All right, guys, I hope that answers any of your questions. Call me if you have any more, and hopefully we can get you started.